As we grow up, we're always taught these cliches. Never judge a book by its cover, treat others how you want to be treated, and don't judge someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes. But many of us don't necessarily listen and take those very seriously. As toddlers, we're able to make friends with literally anyone without knowing a single detail about them. But as we grow older into teens and young adults, many of us start to judge people based on how they appear. We should all be less judgmental. Everyone starts to develop their own ideals of who the perfect friend candidates are based on appearance and how they act in public. Sometimes friends you've had since kindergarten no longer are your friends just because they don't fit into your ideal friend categories. When you look at a homeless person on the side of the road, do you stop and think of what happened to get him there? Instead of looking at him and thinking, ew, it's a hobo, and laughing at him, it would be better off to think about what might have gotten him there, because it could have been as simple as that he lost his job and all of his money, or he could have been a veteran who couldn't find a job after coming back from serving our country. 1 out of every 4 homeless is a veteran. There are so many possibilities for what one man could have gone through to be on that street corner. On the other hand, there is always that one kid in class or at school that automatically everyone classifies as a loner, just based on the fact that they have no friends. When in reality, that kid could have severe social anxiety, so they purposely avoid putting themselves in situations where it could be triggered. Or they could be going through something rough at home and just want to be able to spend time alone to be able to process. Being judgmental doesn't stop at first impressions. Because of the immediate judging, people use what they see to bully others. 1 out of every 4 students aged kindergarten through 12th grade have reported that they've been bullied at least once. 33% of them reported being bullied repeatedly, more than once a week. Of those students who reported being bullied, 13% were made fun of, called names, or insulted. 12% were subject to rumors. 5% were pushed, shoved, or tripped, or spit on. And 5% were excluded from activities on purpose. Students who experience bullying are at increased risk for poor school adjustment, sleep difficulties, anxiety, and depression. All of this because of how someone had judged. Every summer since freshman year, I have had the chance to go to Peru to help young Peruvians study English. I go to Las Lomas, Ventanilla, Peru, a small mountain village outside of Lima. Upon first impression, these are the slums of Peru. All of the children are dressed in oversized, dirty, and really worn clothing, generally not dressed for the weather. Many students that are given the chance to go to Peru have denied it based on where and how they live, without even giving the kids a chance. But when you are there, the kids are the sweetest things. They treat us like we are royalty just because we give the time to come down and help them. Without giving these children a chance, you would never get to know how truly sweet they are. Over the years, I have been able to get really close with the family in Peru. This family has 7 boys, aging between newborn and 19, and the mom is pregnant yet again. I have truly enjoyed spending my summers there helping this family and bringing donations like clothes and vitamins so that they can use what little money they earn to help move themselves up in the world. Learning English is one of the best ways to help these kids because it increases job opportunities in Lima for them. Even though they struggle, they are trying their hardest to get out of the slums to live a better life. These trips to Peru really helped me gain a better understanding of not judging people without getting to know them. In Peru, I met some of the most loving and compassionate people who I have never had a chance to become great friends with if I hadn't gone. Putting yourself out there and getting to know people you wouldn't ordinarily talk to really opens up your eyes to see that we are all human and in the same in most ways. After my trips to Peru, I have learned a few things. That you will never know what is inside of a book without getting past the cover. And if you never start to venture past the superficial things and start to get to know people on a more personal level, you might be missing out on some good friends and some good stories. First impressions can't always be everything. You should have a second and a third impression before you start to judge people.